I'm trying to find the thing that makes my audio sound better. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I looked it up. Why didn't it open? Well. Okay, this should sound better in just a second. There we go. Hello, hello. Oh, I don't have... Nice Clip Studio, sure. There we go. So, good morning, y'all. We have two things that we're doing today. I wasn't feeling that up to drawing today. I think because I've been doing real good with my classes. I don't think I'm burnt out. I just wasn't feeling that inspired of like, I was like trying to force myself to like think of a pose or like maybe we'll just go off of reference. I think that like I've been doing a lot of really good studying off of reference, but it's been meaning that I've been less practicing like my storytelling and like creative pose muscles. But I also was like, I just kind of want to work on things today. Like, if I had a drawing that I was kind of chugging along on, I think that I'd be very down, but like, I don't know. It was just like, I wasn't that inspired. I didn't have like a thing that I wanted to like draw, like a character that I really wanted to draw. So, what we're gonna do instead is got an art review or an art template for like past years, and so I've actually been compiling old art that I did, and we're gonna put it in there, kind of go over some things, and then see where I can find it again. There it is. Download this. Let me download this. Download. And then we'll be doing some animation, because I haven't been doing animation recently. And I should be. I don't know why PSD files come in with, like, a little half opacity green multiply layer. I think it's multiply. Oh, it has no layer type. Wild. It's like set to this. Huh. Interesting. So let me open up this downloaded it. Here we go. So these are all like for clipping. Okay, so let's see how many years we've got. Because we can actually, hold up, we can go through the DeviantArt. I can't log into my DeviantArt anymore for some reason, which is a bit concerning. But when is my oldest things? 2015, which I don't think that we have, yeah, we don't really have stuff for on the folders, but so we have a little bit from 2014. So we're probably going to extend this a little bit. 2013. Don't really have anything for 2013. So if we go from 2014 to 2025, we'll just have to extend this. We can't skip. No, 2014 was when I first started posting online. So let's find some iconic ones, and let's find left. Okay. Hang on, let me see if this one will. Wait, this one has my friend's Minecraft. So maybe we won't do that one. Okay, but this one has good history to it. Okay, it's keeps on wanting to. This was, I was copying pixel art from I don't even know what game. This was like when I was first getting into art. And like... Yeah. You can see I was starting on like some sort of dragon or something. This was baby's first art. Oh. There we go. So we're definitely gonna put this one in. Let me select everything. Hello! We're going through and making a, one of those, like, improvement memes for my, like, first art. And, like, going through. That gray is the exact same gray as oh, it's almost exactly. That's funny. Let's see how we can, how do we want to crop this? We'll do the house. But this was, I remember, like, very vividly, being like, oh yeah, I need to, like, not do a ton in, like, one stroke. That's fun. I didn't realize I still had that. Okay. And then, oh, this is, okay, let me look at the other ones on my old DeviantArt. This is when I still did a lot of traditional. So this one's towards the end of the year. This one I was so proud of. I want to copy the image. Hell yeah. Where I was just really happy with how the Eevee looked. I did a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon art. And I think this was just a photo taken from my phone. I didn't scan it or anything. But yeah, you'll actually see, here, I drew, whenever I was drawing because I drew myself as an Eevee a lot, I'd give myself little white paws. Because, I was like, why in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon does, like, oh, I want to not use interpolation on that one. Why, like, the Fog of War, why does that exist? And then I was like, oh, it's because it's dark in there, and I don't know, but, like, we wouldn't have, like, a light, and so I was like, well, maybe my Eevee's paws glow. Which, I love that problem solving. There was a lot of things where I was like, I couldn't think of what a very base explanation would be. And I was like, okay, you know what? We're gonna come up with this piece of lore. Like a really funny one was, I didn't understand that a cliff could go, I was like, a cliff goes down to land. It does not go down to, it cannot go down to sea. And I built a whole map trying to fix, like, trying to quote-unquote fix the, like, because I was making, like, a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world. Just to, like, play within my head. And, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's actually put these, whoop, just open a new tab. Let's put these roughly in order of when they were made. So, this one was at the end of the year. This one was at the start of the year, and then this one was the middle one. This was the first drawing that I ever posted online. Whoops. You can see how my people have developed from there. That was my old DeviantArt username. It's Faster Than the Undead. Because I did a lot of Zombies Run fan art. I really didn't draw people before this time. I drew Pokemon, and I didn't have a drawing tablet. I drew traditionally, and then I traced over it with a mouse. Okay, let's figure out how to change this. Okay, we can just, like, handwrite it. That's fine. This was 2014? 2015. Wait, didn't I thought I had some. I have some from 2014. This one's from 2014. Okay. Hold up, these guys need to move. You guys are on. Should I do it in, like, this order? Yeah, I think so. Because then stuff will be more close to, like, stuff. So, I guess I would like to cut this entire layer. And then I want to put it on 6. This one was late in the year. This one's December. I love how long I've been posting online, because it, like, it means that I have a record. Or, like, even things that I didn't keep. I've been very good about keeping all my art, but, like, I wonder if we want to upscale this a little bit. How big is it? Change image resolution. Yeah, we can make this bigger. Make this 4,000. These ones will still be crunchy, but so that way it's not as crunchy. Okay. So then this one, let's sort this by date. Okay, so the house was done. You see details. This is not sorted by date correctly. Yeah, the house was the very start of the year. And then, you'll see that, the ending of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon multiple times. Okay, so we're gonna do... We can hide the navigator. Ah! I want you to go. 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 There we go. And I want this to be a thumbnail size none. Okay. So what do we want to do? I have a lot of memories of these ones, actually. I think that all of the memory is stored in the drawing. So I was in a newspaper club in middle school. The very brief amount of time that I attended public school. And looks like it's just about at the end, so we'll put it on the right. And I did some art for the newspaper. I don't think that any of them will come up in here, but drawing chessboards and chess pieces is a reoccurring struggle for me. I keep on doing it, and it keeps on not turning out well. I mean, it's fine. Okay. Oh, this one has big memories to it, too. This was actually what got me into Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Was my friend had played it, and then she wrote a bit of it as fanfiction. And then I was very moved by I think that this was prior to me playing the game. Because that makes more sense timeline-wise. Yeah, because this was 2014. No, I played it when I was during 2014. So this must have been right after I played it. Because I don't have any drawings of... Later, I have drawings of... like, right before this, I have a drawing of what I think is when I first started No, it's on scan. It's on lined paper. Here, I'll show it to you guys. Because the thick Sharpie was how I did, like, comic pages at that time. And this was also the year of my, like, biggest improvement because I was doing a comic. But... Wait, free will? But, like, Wait, this one isn't... I also need to change the date. This is 2014. My handwriting's so bad. Wait, because I made it bigger, I need to up my... You know what? We got this. But yeah, you can see a little bit, because I was using a... I didn't have an art software at this point. I was using Pixlr, which is still a thing. And I also didn't know, like... Shit, my dog's not in the room, she's in the other room. 1 second. Little miscreant? Yeah, you really want to go look out the window right now, don't you? You can look out this window. She usually follows me around, so I thought that she'd follow me back. She looks so betrayed. She's like, I wanted to look out the window. But no. She likes paper too much, and she will find paper no matter where it is. But yeah. Okay, so then let's get an early 2015 one. We can also... Jesus, 2015. 2015. Oh yeah, with Pixlr. So I couldn't, so when I would close windows accidentally by just clicking on them, I didn't know how to reopen them. And so because it was a web application and it would have them all open when you open the web application, I thought that, like, you just had to restart and you couldn't save a layered file. And so I was like, there was a lot of drawings which I ended up scrapping because I accidentally closed, like, the layers. It's very funny. Okay. Let's get back to when is... Oh wait, I have the... Yeah, I have it on all. Okay. I was really into Undertale. And this one, I was happy with how the lines looked, and the lines look... They're scratchy. Which makes sense for, like, the age that I was at. And, like, I had an understanding of shapes. I was very opinionated. Yeah, this is... Oh, wait, this is late 20. This one is also a very pivotal one for me. Okay. We need early 20... Oh, wait, no. All of the ones on the DeviantArt. Early DeviantArt. This one was also big on... Frick. Okay. So I think... Okay, this... So... The, Zombies Run one in the middle is from August. Do I have anything from earlier? Show the dates on these ones. No. Dang. I guess... So I probably was doing a lot of traditional ones that I just didn't, like, scan. Okay. Let's see. There's so many. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna move these ones over. The middle one. This is so nostalgic for me. You over. And then, which one do we pick as... I guess, let's do Sans, because... Undertale was such a big part of, like... my drawing. And it's actually, like, when I first started getting a drawing tablet. It's, like, just a little bit too tall. Precision. Hell yeah. Okay. 2016. Okay, so some of these have funny stories. We're definitely doing this one, because this is when I had a drawing tablet and I didn't know how to use it. This was also the first drawing contest that I ever entered into. Over here, left. This one. I wonder if anyone still follows me from, like, my DeviantArt days. Because I have linked all of my things to other things, I think. Maybe if I want to break back into my DeviantArt account to get all the images from there. But it would be like a good thing to like post on there of like, hey, I'm over here now. Cause I'm on Blue Sky now. But so this one was, I did a let's see. But yeah. Description's funny. I accidentally killed Toriel and it freaked me the fuck out because I had undiagnosed moral scrupulosity OCD at the time. And it was like such a like that death was such a big like thing. Like emotionally damaging now. But like I wrote about that in the thing. But so the tablet thing, I drew this traditionally, and then I colored it like digitally and like traced over everything. I didn't have tablet drivers installed. So it worked like a mouse pad, which I guess is a little bit better, but like wasn't great. And then I had we have I drew so much in 2016. I want to include something from Tale. And then also I started a comic. Okay. So let's do this guy. So Tale was my my first video game idea. Just so you guys know, I do game dev now. So this was like big moment for Baby Alley. If you can't tell, it was inspired by Undertale a little bit. But the idea was the you're going through the mindscape of like you are a imaginary character, or you are imaginary friend, um, for this kid as they grow up, and like their the paracosm of their brain is like that they've created shifts as their understanding of the world changes throughout them growing up. And so I had all these characters, and they were like they were kind of representations of things that as like there was Fenrir was the Black Dog of Death, which only appeared like after like the only real character who's called Two, after like she became 6, I think, which is like when you first start getting an understanding of death. It wasn't, and it was like the some of the characters realized that they were characters in very like I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's kind of Expedition 33 coded. And it and so the two endings that you could get were you and I think it was based off of fighting her. Like it split into 2 paths at the very end. I originally wanted there to be a lot of different paths that weren't like explicit choices, because I didn't like that in games where when it was like very much like you can choose to go down this path. Like there was I think one of them, I think it was Exus, who's the rat character, where it was because I wanted to be Realm of the Mad God style, where you weren't locked into dialogue boxes, and like you could still move around, and you can move other characters around, and there was one spot where I wanted it so if you didn't push him out of the way and like directly intervene, just with like kind of bumping up against him with your character model, he would die. Just I wanted that, like, because there was also the yeah, I don't remember what I was trying to say with that other than like I wanted people to have more like there to be more like more, what is the word that I'm looking for? Verisimilitude in like game changing and like path changing. I wonder if a part of me not liking doing character references is because I did some and then I didn't like for a like character like trade thing. I didn't like how they finished my drawing. Where it was like one person did the sketch, one person did the line art, one person did the coloring. I wonder if that's why. Because that was my first, those were my first 2 ones I did. I did 2 other characters from it. Hilariously, my line art, because I didn't put white behind it when I was posting it, just looks blank. Okay, let's find one from the end of the year. So this would have been after I did... Oh, I improved so much this year. Let's see what... Oh, we're still in, like, March. Let's get something... I have the... Oh, I didn't put it on here. Here, I'll show you, like, I did this draw it again. Put it over. Okay. I lied. Let's put it over here. Like, look at... I have stuff over it. We got this, guys. No, don't apply transformation. I want it to go away. Like, look at the difference. I love when you're first starting to learn how to draw. I didn't do the background thing. But here, so I was using Painttool Sai. So I had learned how to install tablet drivers by this point. But I was using a version of Painttool Sai on a Mac, which meant that I didn't have any pen pressure. So I was doing vector line art. And I think I was still... Yeah, I was still doing generally line art. I sometimes did lineless. You will see line art disappear for a few years. Oh? Okay. Let's find something from later in the year. This is still from May. Here, we're getting to ones where I was, like, very proud of them. I want one from just later in the year. I don't want there to be a big gap. Okay. I might just have a few to choose from. Yeah, we're in... Oh yeah, I got in Homestuck at this time. Oh, this one's gotta go in here somewhere. I fully forgot about this drawing. Was this one one of the first ones where I was painting it? No, I painted a little bit. Okay. Please tell me that enough time had passed, that way I can include a bunch of these. This was the very start of 20- Holy shit, okay. No wonder I harp on myself for not improving enough. I improved so fast over, like, these 2 years. This one's from May. So we have this one, which is pretty simple, but I got, like... Of motion. There's no clothing folds. This was a brush, I remember, for like that little bit. And I remember I was so amazed by like how dark all of this was, because I was just starting to realize about words come to me. How colors will change based off of their environment. Color theory. So how did I do this bridge? The perspective of this bridge slaps. I think that I drew it manually. Yeah, because you can see the slight variation in these lines. Dang. You can see it's a little bit more sketchy here. Dang! Okay, so that's impressive in... It shows some I was starting to understand things. We have this one, which is, kind of notable. Yes, a lot of these are going to be Undertale fan art. I had an obsession with Undertale. So this one is... I remember the concept was really fun to me. So we have, like, the Mercy route. We have the stick. And then, you also see the start of, like, no line art and it kind of getting formless. You'll see these little, like, lips here. That will become a problem. And also, like, little gaps between coloring. This is something that I'm still struggling with. I thought the idea of like drawing all 3 routes, because typically there's only like the pacifist route and the genocide route, would be fun. And then the neutral route, and also with like kind of how people draw the different faces. And then I really like the idea of doing like this is like Sans hoodie, and then Papyrus' scarf, and then like the shirt, and I think I like had the little like drag line very slightly, and the other thing that I was really proud of was that I gave them like these little hoges, I think they're called, and then I had the genocide routes one be made out of the knife, and like the kind of like, technically these should be white hearts, I think, but it's fine. And then having like the actual heart of the design being the locket, and then having it be like the spiral pattern, then like the quote from the game. This one I spent a lot of time on. I was very proud of this. Okay, this one's cute. It's one of the like, you can see I'm actually including backgrounds in a lot of these, which we're gonna see when that drops off. But this one is a little scene from To the Moon that I thought was very pretty. I loved drawing landscapes like these. I didn't include any of them, but I drew the like bubbles over the sea over and over again from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And then this one was from I'm stuck. This I hadn't drawn in a while. And like I was starting to do this was the year that I went to public school. And I was getting really into Homestuck. And Homestuck was like kind of got me back into drawing. Like I liked drawing. I did it in like my art class, but it was very like technical stuff, and I wasn't really drawing for fun a whole ton anymore. And then I got into Homestuck, and then all this happened. And so you can see I'm starting to do, still have line art. Line art's getting honestly a little bit more messy. And like you can see this isn't even like lined here and here, but it's clearly like something was selected there. It was likely that I colored the whole arm like brown, and then I was like, oh, I need to change the color, and then I like selected it and redid it, and then this looks like it was a multiply layer because you can see how it just smoothly goes over. I was likely selecting by chunks. Yeah, that looks like what I was doing. But yeah, this one was not done with a multiply layer. This one was, it's like November, yeah. Which one do we want to pick? We already have a lot of Undertale stuff, so let's do the Homestuck one. There's gonna be some more Homestuck ones coming up. Yes, for the transformation. I wish that when I clicked away, it would just put it down. Goes in this one? Oh, this one's column 2. You can also see that my colors are getting more saturated. They're like, this one was the, like, these ones are all pretty desaturated. This one was saturated. This one's pretty desaturated. Anyways, the one that I was like, oh yeah. What did I even do this for? I think that I did it like just after Christmas break. But, so I was really obsessed with Homestuck. Oh, I need to change the date. I'm on the wrong layer. 16. So this was 2017. This one, I was so proud of myself. And, like, I think that this one was one that I, like, printed out. Let's see how much smaller we can make it. Not that much smaller. But yeah, I really loved Rose from Homestuck. She's one of my favorite characters. I think that this was right after I did a, like, roleplay with my friend. Where we did, like, Humanstuck Rose and England from Hetalia. Which honestly worked weirdly well. They're both very British coded. I mean, of course England is, but I posted it twice. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Hang on. What about when did this Nepeta one come out? Oh, this one's in 2016, but this one was also okay. Actually, we're going to. I recorded a speed paint of it. It's not available anymore. Okay, we're replacing this one because this, like, Nepeta one was a big deal. For me. Oh, it's translucent. Of course it is. Look how small that hand is. That is still a problem that I'm having today. Oh, but, I started doing the eyes like this. Noses are still tiny. There will be a noted time when noses start happening. But I was super proud of this, and so I mentioned that I was going to public school this time. The art teacher actually helped me print it out onto, like, a bunch of different pieces of paper and tape them all together. And I was so proud of this one. Okay, back to 2017. See, I'm opening up a few ones that were, like, big memorable ones. And we're gonna see if they all fit in the date, because I can't. Oh, okay, this was getting included. This is, it's 2017 too. Okay. I love how Neil is just face down. This is when, you know, my Vices and Virtues kids, they started as Homestuck, fan kids. And the trolls were also, fan trolls. And where is one of my first drawings of Livy, and her name actually used to be Olivia, and then I shortened it to Ollie. Yeah. There it is. These two are still siblings. The other two fan kids are not. But I love their, like, sibling dynamic. I think this one I actually used a reference for. Hell yeah. Okay. That one was still pretty early on in the year. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have a few more images, or a lot of... Oh, we got a lot of... Oh, I love these two. Oh, that one's also very good. Oh, a lot of these are like big memory ones. We gotta do this drawing. Yeah, this is 2017. Okay. So, I did a lot of role plays with a friend of mine at the time, and I'm gonna peek out a little bit. Got that nice white border on it. You can see I'm getting a better hand of shading over this year. I'm getting a better hand on line art. That's gonna leave. And also noses are getting bigger. Like if you look at nose here, also mouth. Nose here, noses have gotten larger. This is good. It's gonna keep going. They're not gonna get, they're gonna get more accurate. But, anyways, this was, my friend's character, and I absolutely adored him. Where's my pen? I need to draw the date again. This is 2017? Okay. Opening up the folder on the right side. Okay. 2018. This one I did some of Inktober. Seeing those ones. When is 2018? Oh, this. Oh! Oh! The Fantrol started existing! Okay, this one, I'm gonna see how well I can get it to, like, crop into the thing. I don't want to move the middle thing, I want to move... Oh, they're gonna be real tiny. Here, let's get... Yeah, sneeze. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if we can find another picture of them where it's... I mean, this is kind of the iconic picture of them. It just shouldn't be so wide. Oh. I can also just pick which child I want to show. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that for now. But yeah, this is the... I had some doodles of them beforehand, but, funnily enough, Olivia started as my, like, not really my troll stone, but kind of my self-insert. When I was reading it, I was like, I'm gonna make a character who can kind of be my little guy. And then I had my friends name these two, but I accidentally switched their names. His horns are broken. I figured out a way how to reintroduce that into his character. I may have an idea, but this was like I love drawing his curly hair. That made me so happy. His hair only gets curlier. Oh, and then I have to pick between these two. This one. So you can see, so this one is like sketchy. I didn't do line art fully. There's no line art on this one. Like, look at, you can see like the kind of little fragments of stuff. I actually took star maps. did stuff with those. And then the technique that I used for the space here, I continue to use. To only limited success, actually. I don't know, it's just like a nostalgic thing. I'm like, I'm gonna do space that way. I did it for like one of my like senior projects. Okay, let's go there. But I really loved people on like frozen lakes or like glass worlds. I continue to do that actually. I love, it's just a good visual. Oh, what do we want to do? When is this? Wait, this is 2018. We are in 2018. Okay. This was a D&D character that I never got to play, but kind of got reworked. This was early 2018. Let's see if there's more. That's fine. Let's go with this. You can also see, we are now losing backgrounds. Backgrounds have been lost at this time. But I did actually kind of rework her into a different character. This was Mercy. She was a warlock, and her like she was basically both of her parents had like given up their firstborn child, and so she was basically kidnapped by her patron. It is like serving their will, and is she had Mask of Many Faces, and so she was constantly like disguising herself as older, because she was like 13. Because I was like, this would be a neat concept. Okay, so now this is 2018. That's a battery. I need my pen. 2018. My writing of the dates is getting bigger. Okay. And then this side. Okay, 2019. 2018. We're in October now. So I think that this is when I left DeviantArt. Yeah, because I'm still in November. I'm in like the last few pages. Yeah, I think that I don't have anything on DeviantArt from 2019, so now we're going to my folders. Oh. Why is it? Okay. It was only loading up to 2020, and I was like, I know that I have more drawings than that. Larger guns. Julia Sanders. Ooh, we have some from like the first sales that I did. Oh, this was my avatar. I want to copy it. Right back. I was starting to do like art classes. Wait, I want to sort this by date. Sort by date, group by type. No, type, yes. Sort by date. Just to double check. This doesn't look like it was early in the year. So is it sorted the other way, or did it just decide not to sort it? It just decided not to sort it. Okay. Sort by date. Maybe it did. Okay. Okay, we have few that I really loved. Okay, so a bunch of these are like big memory pieces. Which one do I want to show first? Rain happened this year. So Rain was my D&D character. Okay, so we're definitely gonna do one of the prints that I sold. Let's do this one. I made these in September, I remember that. This is from Molly Mock. So you can see how I was getting into D&D, like Tiefling. Where is this? Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. And then what else do we want to do? I started having my, like, I need to create a big project vibes, like, around this time. Oh, this one was cute. Let me. This one was, from around the end of the year, actually. My character kind of got adopted by another character in the D&D party. There's so many things to choose from. What is this? I was, like, making a... I had the idea for a comic. Or I was just kind of trying to make myself make a comic. I also, this was the year that I successfully did Inktober. That drawing. Okay, let's pick some things. Getting sidetracked. Okay. So this one has a fun story to it. This one was, so, you'll see in a second. Walking Melon's AAA, now known as Spectralite AAA, was, kind of the reason why I actually ended up going into art. Where I kind of spent this year, or like the end of the previous year, wanting to go into art, but unsure how to convince my family. This is on the wrong layer. And I was kind of interviewing her over email, and I was like, do you think that this is something that I could do? Something feasible for, like, should I pursue this at all? And she was like, yeah, you should go for it. And so that was kind of, and like gave me like instructions of how to do it. And she was someone who I looked up to a ton. I don't think I followed her stuff as much as around that time, but I actually found her through Undertale speed paints. And like it was a big boost in confidence. Also, you can see like more, there's some like medium saturation here, not as saturated as these ones, but more saturation. There's no line work, and still like a good mix of full bodies and half bodies. I'm not like shying away from it. 20. This is 2019. Okay, 2020. The year. So we're gonna have some rain drawings in this. Let me sort this by date. This doesn't feel like it's sorted by date correctly. There we go. I actually have a Rain character reference here. Ooh, do we include... Okay, so this one was my first commission that I ever did. Left. It's like a profile picture icon. But I have been professionally doing art now for 5 years. I've been doing art, I mean, just a lot since 2014. But I did some beforehand, but 2014 was kind of when I started, I would say. And then we've got to include the tavern picture. Do I have a final version of it? This was the biggest commission that I ever did. Hang on, there's Rain Arrow. Oh, I loved her. She's one of my favorite characters I ever did. Hang on, I'm sending this to the DM of that campaign. Oh, that's great. I was like, what is Raid Arrow? What is this? What do I have, like, sketch? Yeah, I have sketch layers and stuff. This is great. Do I have the finished tavern drawing? That's gotta be one of my things for this year, so I'm gonna go find it in the Discord server. Why is there... Okay. Whenever icons get changed, it confuses me. There it is. I think it's one of the last things in creativities. Okay. Found it, and here. Yeah, it's a giant. Put it in the middle. This took me so long to do. We're just gonna... There's so many characters in it, we're just gonna crop it arbitrarily in the middle. A little bit. You know what? I can focus on my own character. That's fine. Okay. What do we do for the last one? What about this one? So this one I did a... No, I need to open it and copy it. It was like a monthly challenge thing, which I hadn't done much of, but I was like, okay, decided that I want to pursue art. I should probably be taking it more seriously, get more like feedback, that kind of thing. And then I promptly disagreed with their feedback, and I don't think I ever did it again. It was just like I had a hard time with doing it. But actually, this composition the idea for this composition kind of came back in a later drawing that I did, which is very funny. I should have, like, directly ripped from it. Because the idea is neat. I just didn't have any understanding of form or, like, perspective control. Or, like, edge control. There we go. That's fine. But I was very ambitious. So I'll give myself that. 2021. This was the year that I took some more art classes. I apparently didn't save much as PNGs. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't really save as a, like, image file. I did a lot more drawing in the end of the year. This was a rough year for me. I did a lot of traditional drawing too, actually, this year. Column 2. Looking for 9. 2021. Let's see, sort it by date. And I think that it's the date sorting works a lot better if you don't have it grouped at all. Not sure what time that was. Eldara! I love this character. Yeah, I have no idea when these dates are. I'm just gonna go roughly off of vibe. I need to stop dragging them in. I need to open them and then copy them. This one actually got a background added later, because I wanted to use it as a print, and it's one of the, ones that, the only prints on my shop that sell are my Spiritfarer ones, which is incredibly funny to me. But one of her favorite drinks is coffee. So you can see that I'm getting more, a bit more value control in stuff, more understanding of forms. Line art is still gone, and you can see, like, there's a little bit of flimsy construction. And, like, if you look at this arm, if you look at, like, the back leg is a lot, like, foreleg? No. Not thigh. Opposite of thigh. Calf? No, but I want, like, that entire section. The section that the calf is attached onto. It's much longer than the one on front, but it's feeling much more uniform, and there's much more of a kind of shaping of forms. This one I just remember being fun to do. I like how I mentioned Eldara and that I didn't bring her in. Hold up, we're gonna move Gwen over. Eldara. Say that before I bring her in. This is Eldara. You can also see how my images have gotten significantly bigger. This is still how I draw, like, elf ears, or, like, the more feral I want them to be, the more that I put like ear within ear, ear pointing down, like just fun spikes off of them. Who says that you can't do that? But she was my like guardian of the woods elf. I sometimes like kind of bring her vibes into other things. But I also played with like, why does an elf need to be like very humanoid? And she was very like proportions were monkey based, which I thought was super neat. Ooh, we should have some Encore stuff in here. This one was also super big. Okay, this one is Iris. She was my character. She was an NPC who I got very attached to from the campaign that I was DMing at that time. I love this image. I gotta print it out. Like, I was starting to learn how to do things like photo textures, which I promptly never did again. But I should. You'll also notice that none of these pictures have, like, detailed backgrounds. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so we just need one more row. I thought that we'd have one more in general. Let's take a drink of my smoothie. Okay. Sort by none, or by none. You're still grouped by type. You're lying to me. It's loading. There's gonna be another jump up in skill for this one, because this one was, I was like in college for art. This was my last year of college. Oh, this one, and this is, hang on, did I pass when we gained noses? Still no nose here. No noses here. No noses here. We have nose! It was from a character that I drew a lot during 2021, where I learned how to draw noses. Actually, this character. I'll pop her in here. The right side? Nope, I am not. See if we can get a drawing from early in the year. But this is Apricot. She was a character. She was a D&D character that I had. I had to retire, but I really enjoyed her. I did like a bunch of full body drawings back to back to back in for my like senior project. And she was one of them. We have might do another one of, I'm sure which one of these I'm the most proud of. Let's actually do these guys, because this one was a commission. There was my friend had another, I was like, hey, can I have people like guest NPC? And then we were like, but what if they were in love? So this is, the character on the right is the same character in here. So we did a whole roleplay of like their backstory and all that. Background. You see some backgrounds are coming back. I really didn't have, I had just like, ooh, the Hollow Knight Triptych. This one. Where's the other pictures? Oh, I was just in the JPEGs. Spiritfarer one was done this year. My one Spiritfarer print that is like the only one who sells. I was learning how to draw faces. Which one was more impactful to me? Learning how to draw faces? Or the Spirit Fairy print? Or Hollow Knight one? I think faces. But it's not the most, like, impressive one. Not sure. Let's check them in there. It's also it's also not. It shows my improvement in noses. Let's actually put this one in the middle. And then we're gonna move Apricot over to the right. But this was, my friend and I had a big Star Wars roleplay that we were doing, and I loved her character, and so one of her characters, she had a few. You see that there's like a very shiny, like, kind of quality that was gained over this year. It was like wet looking. I would not gain value control for, because you can see in these ones I just don't go to like a dark shadow. Here I do, but I have no like real midtones. That will not be regained for a while. Let's add the date. This is 2022. And then 2023. I also was really insecure about my art during this time. Like, I don't know. It was just like I can see, like, maybe I was noticing that lack in value control, but like I was starting to be able to understand, like, the shapes of this face are wonky a little bit, but I was starting to understand them and learn them. And like, I still make this, like, the little, so when you smile, there's like a little lip of fat that comes there. I was starting to understand that. I still made it like way too big, but like, I was starting to understand it as forms rather than like just a shape. Whereas you can see, like, here, this is very much like a symbol of shape. Even here, I think I was like getting very much pushed by this one because I had like heads and faces in so many different angles. So I was starting to like realize and understand that. This does not mean that I should do another another tavern commission. God, that was so much. Take another, drink my smoothie. I did some more art class during this year. This was also the year that I got into Fire Emblem. Three Houses. I was already playing Awakening by this time. Please sort by the date. Oh, I also got my job. Who is this? I don't know who this man is. Okay. The screenshot land. This was a big deal for me. Am I still proud of this drawing? I'm proud of how it's textured, actually. I could definitely do better now. I don't know if I could do better then. I think that's the nicest way to say it. Where I'm like, I'm self-conscious about it because this was my first, like, I guess it was a commission, but it was, like, for a game. And it's, like, on the back of a game box. And I look at it, I'm like, I can do so much better now. And like I should have been reaching out for more like critiques and stuff from other people, knowing that this was like it could have been like a big break. I'm the most proud of the snake. See, like this looks great. It's the people in like the overall composition that kind of struggles, but we'll keep it on the snake. But okay, what else do? Oh, so I did an art test, and I was so proud of this drawing. We're gonna have people this year, I swear. Snake came later. Actually, no, Snake came around the same time. This was okay. I was very proud of this. I also did a character design for this that was so far above everything else that I did, that it caused me problems. Because it was, I don't actually know if I want to use it as my like thing of the year, because it was like very much referenced from, it was an art test of draw a younger version of this character as a turnaround. This was also another negative like experience that I had with reference sheets. Maybe that's why I don't like doing reference sheets. But because it was so heavily referenced, it was so far above what I could usually do, and so like, oh wait, we're gonna do this Journey Fires. I loved this one, but it was like I did the only reference that I had for turnarounds, which is something that you really want as a like character artist, was this heavily referenced thing that I couldn't match the skill of, but I didn't want to remove it because I had done it. It just kind of needed that extra context. So this was, I was playing Baldur's Gate with, as this character, Iris, who you've seen a few times now. And I was very proud of this drawing. I actually have it all sliced for animation. That could honestly be, we might stream a little bit longer because I'm having fun. I don't end stream because I'm not having fun. I just get very tired. Because I do just kind of talk nonstop. It's like camera on, let's go. But we could bring in Iris because then wouldn't have to slice her. And also the hands are all sliced for animation as well. I just kind of I don't have any animation really in my portfolio, and so I kind of want that. Okay. Well, not fully done. I want to do only fully done ones. There's a very good drawing of Dedue that I have that I hated at the time. It's very good. I don't know what my problem with it was. Oh, we should do... You want to do the Jinx one? Yeah, let's do the Jinx one. This one is very kind of overexposed, but this one was actually the first one that I started using a hairbrush that I really love on it. You can see some starting to understand a little bit of the body, but that was mostly just from not really understanding, just kind of mimicking what I saw in the reference. Which is fine, it's just like, eventually you want to get that understanding. But this one has like good composition, like good motion, which is something that I think that I struggle with a little bit, because I like a lot of my stuff from drawing is, I just draw because I like it, and like it's fun, and then I don't really think about like the composition as much, which I should. It makes it look better. Just liking it isn't bad either, but it's like, it creates a fun thing afterwards. Fun product. Not that it doesn't have to be fun. It just makes it, it's another skill that I can learn. And a part of why I love art is because I can look at this and see like improving skill. So this is over 10 years. Dang. I've been drawing regularly for 12 years. Because this was when I, like, kind of decided that I liked it. It was when I was using this software. I have a few things before then. It was like 2013 when I really started. Like, just as a hobby, I would just start drawing. And, like, I drew when I was little, but... Okay, let's extend this down. So we need to add 2 more years. It's loading. Okay. I think that this is background. Yes. And then I don't think that I'll need all this space, but just in case. Now let's grab these 2. Copy and paste. I'm lining it up based off the 2022 and stuff compared to above. That's about right. Oh. Okay. This is the left side. What should we grab for 2024? I did not draw a whole ton. I know what my one for the end of the year is gonna be. I actually was doing some sketchbooking. Yeah. Sketchbooking, that's the word. Gonna be I was obsessed with Guilty Gear for, like, the end, like, for all of December. And I was starting to understand, like, material shading here. And I wanted to, like, the face is in kind of different proportions than the rest of it because... Are you not visible? Hello? You're on the wrong side. Because I wanted to mimic the style of the game a little bit, but also with my painterly style. You can see this hairbrush continues to make an appearance. And yeah, this lip is shaded incorrectly and I could not figure out what was up with it. It's because I don't have the, like, shading on the left side. Okay. But I was having a hard time drawing this year. I did some art classes, but a lot of what I was doing, I have okay. I was doing a lot of game dev, and so I wasn't doing a lot of painting either. But we have this little guy. Why is it saved so small? Oh, it's because it's the... Okay. We're gonna have to actually open up CSV files. I did a Christmas sketch, actually. Or a sketch drawing. We can merge all these. But I was very proud of this one. And then this one was also animated. Merge selected layers. Let's do it on the left. I also really love drawing heads facing to the right. And so it's kind of like that is my... I feel like a lot of artists have, like, a natural inclination to do it. Natural inclination to do them one way or the other, and mine is to the right. This one was also animated. I was like, I don't draw fan art anymore. I should draw fan art. What am I really into now? Dimension 20. And junior year was coming out at that time. I have a lot of untitled artworks. Okay. PK? We can... I didn't even draw both the eyes, that was right. I need, like... Here's the no. Okay. This one was done in, like... This one was done pretty early on in the year because my friends were doing, so I met them during the level 1 of the class, and then they were doing level 2, which was more like programming based, and I was kind of suggested not to do the level 2, and like, because it wasn't really great for artists, and so, I need one more. Oh wait, no, we have Delilah. And so I was like making stuff that would, I was learning how to slice things, that kind of thing. So this one was a character where I was like, okay, I'm just making this character for, where like their design is for optimal slicing. Which now I'm of the opinion of like, do whatever you want, figure out how to slice it later. But, yeah, ugh. Okay, this was 2024. You can also see, like, between these two characters where it's like there's the same shapes in the face, but one has like more understanding of where they are, I guess, and also more understanding of like not overexposing and that kind of thing, especially like between these three. Now we have 2025. I've actually improved a lot in the last year. I think I don't give myself enough credit for that. My music stopped. How long have we been in eerie silence? Okay, 2025. Just moved over these folders. Oh, we have so much that we can put in here. So we should do one of our, like, probably do the VTuber model. You stop dragging things in. Let's put the VTuber model in the middle. Let's clip it first. Over this year, I was very slow at drawing, but I was like getting faster over the year because there was a big focus towards the end of the year of learning how to draw faster. And also learning how to draw like full bodies. Oh, we gotta do the LRF. Except for it's not gonna fix, it's too wide. Do we do the steampunk general? This was the year of full body drawings. Of just like, let's chug out as many of them as we can. Do I have a final picture of him? Hang on, let me find this. I think we're gonna use Francesco as like our speed draw one that I seriously cannot find the final one for the Steampunk General. This one has like little, yeah, this one has like little doodles over it. Did I not end up adding? No, I have a version of him with the Steam. I'm just gonna get it for my portfolio site. If he's not on my portfolio site, I swear. No, he's here. Okay. he's too tall. He's in the wrong layer. There he is. This is when I started streaming, too. And then, let's just steal it from this one. Oh. Didn't know what that button did. Hell yeah. Oh, I need to change what's written. 20, 20, 25. How did I do on the last year that I did 6? So I learned how to do digital art. So maybe I'll do that this year. What were the improvements that I made a decade ago? Oh, that feels weird. I don't like that. I learned how to shade. I used line art. I did contests. Maybe that can be vibes that we can put into this year. I don't know what Form 1 is. This is so small because I made the canvas so large. Oh, I had caps lock on. Change the color of the font. Because I'm a professional artist, I know how to do things. I really don't. I'm gonna blame it on the fact that my mouse pad isn't working very well, or my mouse isn't working very well. Oh, that's so large. So, like, moving my mouse just a tiny amount is hard. I also have pressure sensitivity up. Or not pressure sensitivity, like, movement sensitivity up a ton. So that might be a part of why. I'll make this roughly the same size. Why is it upside down? Fascinating. I'm just gonna hold this down until it gets to the right size. There we go. That looks weird. We're gonna do this a different way. This is a rasterized file. We're just gonna erase this. And then put in... You know what? We can copy this. Not sure how I managed to copy it. Go away. I don't want this. Why are you deleting letters? Cut. Why are there two of you? Fascinating. You know what? The more that I touch with it, the more weird it's gonna get. Okay. Let's save that down. And pictures. Alright. Beak stretch. Okay. That took way longer than I thought it would, to be honest. You want to save it as smaller as well? But let's... Okay, while this is exporting, I'm going to transfer over the iris, because I did that on my tablet. I think. I don't know if that's done in 2023 then. It's fine. It's rough. Where is... It's under illustrations? It's under... I could have sworn that I did it on my tablet. Thing is that I also don't name any of them, which makes it rougher finding things. The layered version of this image may be lost to time. That's sad. Okay. But we can slice up Francesco. We can unmerge him first. We can unmerge him first, right? Yes. And we actually need to bring back our thumbnails. We need to figure out where a bunch of the stuff is. Okay, let's take off all the effects layers. We'll be re-adding them in later. He's got some... Well, we can just call that good for slicing. Because it's like... do this. We can pull up the auto actions for layering VTuber files. Let me just pull up my normal workspace. And then actually I want to drag. I'm gonna put this here. Okay. But there's nothing underneath it. We want to turn off the background. Basically all of the background. Why do I have no eye left? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, because it's grouped by color. This gets sliced up according to the pants. So we want it sliding over it. Let's merge that into the pants. This is going to be on mouth. I call the top up. You two can get merged into the head. You were like eye whites. Hold on. You should be the iris. You should be the eye. Except for you need a different layer. Wait, no, you're the wrong layer. Frick. You are eye left. You are eye right. You are horn left. You are horn right. I need to like, because this is really helpful. It also has too much detail. So this is hair. This is shirt and blade of sword. I cut one of the swords in half. This is pants. Did we decide if we were merging these down or not? I think that we decided no, but I'm deciding yes. Never mind, I changed my mind. I know that the only way to fully get how to do these is to do them more, but it is also like so much. This I know how to separate. I don't think I know slice stuff since slicing my VTuber model. Yeah, we want this to... I think that we actually want that to be flat. And we want this to be one chunk. And I think that we might want this to be split up. Tail, split. It's gonna be chest. I think I'm gonna want to do above and below the knee on each leg. I'm standing up, stretching. Ugh. And then the swords are going to be as one. So like each sword is its own thing. This is going to merge down to the chest. Oh, no, it shouldn't. It should be... We're gonna do... Because I want the shirt to flap a little bit. Select. Expand. Let's go on with this bright red color. Oh, is it from trying to stretch stuff where there is nothing? No, it just doesn't stretch there. Now you'll notice this is not good coloring over here, but it does mean that if we do like some slight stuff, it'll look kind of natural. Then we do need to clean up a little bit. Shoot. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the tail. Basically. So I'm just going to connect it. I'm going to hit the correct selection type. I did the wrong kind again. Select inverse, and then we're going to find the boots. Now we have tail. Looks like there's something up here. Hey, clear. Okay. Oh, it's just because it's square. So this one should go behind the chest. Shows where we need to carve away for the chest. And now here we should expand a little bit too. That chunk should also be a part of the chest. Remember, this can be super messy because it's only going to be shown if things are moving. This one we mostly just, we're not going to move the hand at all because that would be symmetric, but or we're not gonna move the fingers. Okay. This is a part of the chest. Back. Ear. Head. And L. We're on L. Just needs a little bit of expanding right here. Up, arm, R. Forearm, R. Hand, R. Okay, so with how we're slicing the legs, I think we are actually going to keep these like little things. But it's gonna be like my brain keeps on saying suspenders. But it's going to be, no. I kind of want them to be above the legs. I don't know how good our merging of that is going to be. But this I want to be split between above knee and below knee. So I want this to merge into the right one. Then we can bend the knees a bit more. I need to do the underpainting before I merge them. I guess I don't really need to, because there'll only be that slight little divot. Did I not shade these? It might have been on one of the layers that is going to be added later. Ooh, that's going. I might not add those back. It's a solid chance of that. You get added onto the chest. Okay, so on the idea that we're gonna do the belts. First off, let's separate out these feet. On the idea that we're gonna do the belts, where did they go? They're there. You two can be a part of your respective upper legs. Belts. Okay, so if we want to merge all of the belt stuff together, let's go grab the buckles. I'm still not convinced that doing belts is a good idea. Yeah, because belts also have to be separated from left and right. This is right belt. This belt might as well be merged with the pants. But which pant? Oh, so it's gonna be separate. You are gonna get merged with the chest. You two can go with the face. It'll be easier to do the freaking eyeballs with you. Not quite. Not sure I want to do that yet. I want to be honest, I really would rather just animate Iris. I could have sworn that I did her on my tablet. We're gonna check again. There it is. Okay. Well, we got some slicing practice in at least. I want to get it open a little bit. Just like get going a little bit, you know? Well, I did, let me switch my thing over to, so that you guys can see, my spine. It's not working. That might be working. Except for nothing is showing. Why? I've done... I've streamed from Spine before. I want to do display capture. There we go. So yeah, this is what happened when I opened my project file. Because I was using it for multiple things, and so it broke all the links. But, forget it again. Change the image. Why is it so big? Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're gonna save it in a new spot. Why is it gone gray? Oh boy. So there's gonna be a problem of I've gotten much better at how I slice things now. But it will be good for practicing rigging. Oh god, I have the shadow on a different layer. I did slice this, right? Dang, I did not slice it. I should have checked the folder. I must have, like... No, I vividly remember, like... That's not sliced. I remember doing that. I don't know what happened. But yeah, it's not sliced at all. I want to practice animating! Is there a one that I could slice faster? Because the problem is the layering of materials when it's been smashed. I could do my VTuber file, but I don't want to do my VTuber file. Be so grumpy about this. How hard it would be to slice Dusk. Dusk still has the fucking line work on. Dusk doesn't need the line work. Okay, here's an idea. So now I'm taking everything from the edit, like the overpainting layer, and pasting it onto the individual things. That's the face. Still the face. There must just not be anything to copy. What was that noise I just heard? It's a weird noise. It sounded like myself laughing, which confused me. I just have more hair now. Where's hair? Okay. We're gonna expand. Expand downwards. Shit, now I have hair on here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually merge the eyes and stuff back down onto one. Back down onto like this layer. That way they can be very individually molded. I want this to... This looks so odd. Okay. Let's get the hair on that stuff. Okay. This should be merged onto the shirt. And then a selection here. We're gonna make this big. Do some very big, just trying to break up that like big shadow shape, and then we're gonna chuck it in the back. Now it's got some like some fragments of the pants must have been grabbed. Oops. On the wrong layer. Now these both need to be under the pants. Now, hair gets its own layer. And a lot of times what I do for hair is I'll take it, I'll flip it, rotate it so that way it fits. Like, squish and squash it a bit. Put it below the face. And then I'll like darken it a little bit. This just creates another hair layer for us to move. Oh, big stretch. We should probably organize these layers a bit. Like this kind of all has to be above this, but the eyes can be together. So this is like the face stuff. And then I probably want to slice the head off the neck. Other way. Take off the head again for a second. Okay. This one should actually go below the face. Where's the face so far down? Don't know why I have two mouths. We're gonna call that good. And we're gonna bring it into spine. And we're gonna get to animating, finally. Ugh. Pictures. Saved as a Clip Studio Paint file. Okay, let's save it. You guys haven't been able to see what I've been doing. I've still been showing Spine. I'm sorry. Well, we're going back to Spine now. I always forget that I need to do that. There we go. And so now, let's get some... Oops. Get some bones in. I want to add it like that. Not sure what's going on with her arm here now that I'm looking at it more. It kind of bends. Let's check some stuff on some bones. You go to here. Oh yeah, let's color the bones first. I love these bones. I don't usually name the bones. I just kind of go off of, like, I set them to colors, and then I kind of go off of that. So for why didn't your colors change? Hello! How are you doing today? Where's the head bone? This is arm and shoulder. Pretty good! Yes, that did successfully change it cyan. I don't know why it didn't change the... No, it didn't. Why are you not blue? We did some, like, going through my old art and making, like, an art summary thing, which was really fun. I'd been collecting together my old art for a little bit, and it was really fun to finally see them all kind of visualized like that. And then we've been, kind of bopping around trying to find a file that I can rig. Because, so we spent a long time slicing a file, and I was like, I'm getting annoyed. And had another one that technically should be sliceable, or should have been sliced, because I remember slicing it, but I apparently don't have a saved version that is sliced. And so I was like, you know what, we're giving up on this one. We're gonna go there. 3D animation is wild. I have never... I want to do some 3D at some point, just to, like, get some, like, grasp on, like, specifically more, like, 3D modeling. But like, animation would be neat. I like painting. The main thing is, like, I want to paint textures on 3D models at some point, because that just sounds fun. What's this? Oh, this is so annoying without having a good mouse pad. Here. Bottom blue. Bottom cyan. Ooh. I hella admire, like, people who can frame by frame animate. I simply do not have the patience. I wish I did, but, like, if I was in a 2D frame by frame animation studio, I would probably end up fighting somebody. I would just be like, there's so much patience, like, oh. And then it's like, I don't know, I used to do comics, and, like, that took forever. And so the idea of doing something even more slow, where it's like, okay, instead of doing, like you can cheat a whole ton of things in comics. But, like, no, you actually have to show the motion between these two poses. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, and it's like, did I not slice the pants? That one needs to be sliced. That one definitely needs to be sliced. Okay. There's a way how to do this, and I don't remember how to do it. See, this is why I need to keep up my spine knowledge, is because if I don't, then I don't remember how to fix my mistakes. Yeah. I also, at some point, would love to understand graphic design whatsoever. Like, it is, like, specifically, like, typography, like, logo design, all that stuff. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I can recognize, like, oh, this thing looks neat, but I'm like, I don't know how you got there. How did you do that? Let's just chuck. Some. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. There we go. We're gonna call that good. Now we need to save. I don't know if it's worth it to just fully re-import. No, I think we can do this. I think we can do this. I believe. So now we're just gonna. This is a PNG. Save one of them over the pants. Yes. Frick. No, I saved the entire thing. I'm so glad that I'm, like, getting an understanding of this again before we start, like, I start having to do this in games. There we go. Well, why are you like that? Why are you causing problems? Don't do that. Thank you. Don't know why that fixed it, but I'm glad it did. And then we're gonna save this as layer 72. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm in. I keep on forgetting to switch my scene. Oh, let me go back. But now we're back here. Oh yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing because it did something here. But now we're just gonna. line this back up. We're gonna find 26. 72. Import. If I tell it to do it, it'll do it. What is layer 2? Layer 2 is a white piece of paper. What is layer 5? Alright, doesn't exist. Layer 72. Exist. Theoretically, these should perfectly match up. No, don't do that. Don't do that, I said. What did I tell you? I told you not to. You know what? That's fine. Okay. Layer 72 goes in the orange top bone. Layer 7 goes in the red top bone. Layer 7 copy goes in the green top bone, and that one's going to be subdivided later. What are you? Excuse me, what are you? That's it. That's the root. This is also green top bone. Green top bone. Green top bone. Green top bone. You go on the root. Okay, so now I want to do a little bit more stuff. Let's see if I can remember how to do AK. New. AK constraint? Nope. That didn't do what I wanted it to. New. Okay, constraint. Yes. Yes! Yes! I'll make this look less jank later. Famous last words. Kick your heel up. Okay. Ha! Yeah, because this isn't meshed to that at all yet. Can I do a 3 IK constraint? I feel like I've tried to do this before and it doesn't work. 1 or 2. Okay. I think that you can like kind of futz with it to make it happen, but okay. I'm gonna take a slight break and then we will continue playing with this. Okay. I will be right back. I have a scene for this. I return with the tortilla for sustenance. Oh. I feel ya there. I want to do, like, game dev, concept art, character design. Even just, like, I don't really want to do freelance character art. Because I don't like the instability of it, and I am somebody who needs health insurance. But, like, I want to go in that direction. One of my goals for this year is to start doing commissions once per month. Or, before that, get a VGen code, which I did submit to the monthly contest. Why is my computer Chinese again? I don't think that I'll see the results until the 7th, but VGen contest. Yeah, we will see. I hope that I can get a code, because I really like how they do commissions. I should probably, especially with how my mood's been, like, I want to draw, but I don't really have a pose that I want to draw. I should probably just do commissions. It's also my, like, I'm not really working on a big project right now. Maybe I should make a post. Do like some simple ones first, where it's like just a headshot. But I don't know. Because I've calculated, I went on a tangent, like, on Friday about, like, how much do I want to charge for different things. And so I have my, roughly what I want my prices to be for, like, a headshot, about, like, 60 bucks? Maybe a little bit cheaper than that, because I'm just opening them up, but, like, maybe 50 bucks. And then, like, just kind of make it more complicated from there. Get a few headshots to get, like, some customers, get some reviews. Probably do that. I don't really want to do full bodies yet, but headshots are kind of my, like, my little treat. And it would give me, like, more variety of people to draw. I don't know. I might do that after stream. Okay, let's mesh these. Let's remember how to mesh these. Yeah. I'm like, I have some things that would be neat to draw, but where it's like, I, like, conceptually want to draw Fire Emblem fan art, but I'm not, like, excited about it. Which I don't think that you have to be excited about something in order to draw it, but there's definitely a, like, feeling of, like, I'm playing the Golden Deer route. I kind of want to draw some of the characters from there. Like, I drew Hilda. But I'm not, like... Like, I got into drawing because, I played, Pokemon, Mystery Dungeon. And I was so moved by, like, the last scene and, like, various parts in the game that I was just like, I have to draw these. I'm not having those. And I don't know if it's because I've been playing the same game for ages, but... Or, like, a lot of the games that I've been playing have very complex designs, so, like, they take a while, and so I'm like, I need to, like, really be sure that I want to draw this. So draw little silly stuff. Oh, God. That looks creepy as fuck. But, hey, these bones are working. Yeah. Like, I was playing, this morning I was playing around with a pit crew. Because I was, what was I even trying to do with that one? I don't remember. I just opened up and I was like, I'm gonna make, like, some of the, like, Blue Lions characters in it. And it was fun. I need to do, like, actual drawings. I'll tickle. Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, I remember the hotkeys. Okay, let's fix whatever's going on here first. Need to, like, fix my own art in post with how I'm rigging it. How do I do rotate? What is rotate again? What's the hotkey? C. It is something real weird with this arm. So we're gonna fix it. Now let's mesh this arm. Arm. Where are you, arm? Arm, you were hiding from me. Arm, how could you hide from me? That's the scale button. Mesh. Yeah, sure, that looks good. I don't really care unless it's, unless I'm using it for game dev. So for we are going to... Frick. There's one that lets you add extra points, and there's one that lets you create... There's create a new. Which is very unhelpful. I'm just gonna put some extra ones in the joint, that way that can bend easier. We're gonna go out of mesh edit mode. We're gonna bind these two bones to it. We're gonna bind, and then we're gonna test. Not scaling. Not rotating. Moving. That looks weird, but we can get some slight movement with it. So I think how we fix it, if I remember correctly, is show the overlay. To make these ones more this side. I might be wrong. Yeah. Something like that. You can't tell how I animate is just, if it works, it works. So now we can have the arm bend slightly. And we should probably do the opposite on the other end. Mesh. No! Stop it. Something like this. There we go. Looks a bit more right. Now it's time for this one. Oh, more of my tortilla. Yes, I did just go and grab a tortilla, and yes, it did take me extremely long to open that bag. Hi, yeah. She usually just sleeps on my bed, but she has her own little bed underneath my desk, and she's laying on it. Hi. Everything's fine. Let us... First we must mesh. I actually can show you something fun. For a second I thought that I still had the BRB screen on, and I was very afraid. Let's bring us over here. Allow it to load for a second. I have been drawing regularly since 2013, but I don't have the images for them. I drew traditionally a lot during this time. This is what we did earlier today on stream. It's only been like in the last few years where it's like I've started kind of getting things down. It's like, this one was one that we were trying to slice earlier. And this one's my VTuber model. But yeah. I used to draw Pokemon a lot. And then, like, it was really with, like, Undertale and Homestuck that my focus shifted to people. And also because I was like, I need to draw people in order to be, like, a respected artist. Very silly. Yeah. We're gonna also add some more in the joint for this one as well. Oh, hi! Hi, Via! Here. What do you want? Did you just want to stretch up on my chair? What do you want? You're looking at me. Oh, you want me to throw you a toy? Is this what you want? Woo! Woo! She's like, Mom, you're acting weird. You want on my lap? Oh, what do you want? Yeah, use your words. Words? I think that you just want attention. It's a little weirdo. Yeah, it's fun. I can send you the template that I used. I was trying to find one where it would work with, like, a lot of art. But, like, over a bunch of years. And I was having a hard time until I saw someone else post that one, and I was like, hey, can you, do you have a template link, please? Because the only other one that I found is on DeviantArt, and I can't find my old DeviantArt login. Yeah, she just wanted me to throw her a toy. That way she could play with it. It's my little weirdo. Hey, bind. Bind the bones! There we go. No, this one's gonna be a weird one. That's always funny. At my work, I look at some of the stuff that like we've made and I'm like, I don't know which ones I did, which ones other people did, which ones I like, because I do both the art and like digitizing. And so I'm like, I don't know which, I don't know which ones. I don't know. I don't know anymore. There we go, look at that. See if it still looks horrific if we move this. A little bit. It's mostly because there's a... I don't think that this needed to be arcade. I would love to loop that bone. Yeah, what are you doing? You know what? For satisfaction's sake, let's add... Ooh, how do you actually want to do this? Basically, I'm thinking of how we want to rig the like cloak thing because it's also like attached to sleeves. So I think, what if we add bone? I think I figured out how to do it. Okay. So we're gonna do these. These are gonna be our main. What layer is this on? I don't even know where I put it. It's not on the face. It's probably in the pinks. There we go. Okay. So I actually want this. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. We should be lately Sonic the Hedgehog and Pokemon, but lately I've been trying to start original characters from different games I've played. Yeah! Sonic the Hedgehog has a big art, like, fan base. Like, I've, especially as I've moved into, like, as I moved away from DeviantArt and I've been, like, in different fandoms, like, there was definitely something special whenever there was, like, a fandom that did a bunch of art that was always super fun to be in. Hello. Thank you for the poop. You're coming up onto my lap. She's like, you usually end stream by now. What are you doing? Hi. Mm-hmm. My face tracking is probably gonna go crazy because she's sitting in front of me. Hey, you can settle. You cannot eat my tortilla. This is my tortilla, not for you. She thinks that she gets human food. And she sometimes gets bread when she's sick, but... Bread, rice, and chicken, huh? She's so cute. Okay. How we're gonna do this. She does demand attention. I've got my left hand on the keyboard, and she's just like sniffing at it and licking it. And then she's also eyeing my tortilla. Okay, so we're gonna give physics to you. Let's double check if that worked. Yes. Actually, you shouldn't have physics. I lied. No physics for you. You may have a little bit of physics later as a treat. Okay, but first we need to bind this to here, here. Not that bone, this bone. Here, here, and here. Bind. See how it mathed it. Well, that will happen if you don't create the mesh. Oh, I turned on the mesh, but then I didn't actually make it. Okay, and then we're gonna actually generate quite a bit for here. Are you my silly goose? Are you the goose who is silly? And then we're gonna move these so that way they line up with the folds. It's my theory of how this should work. Am I correct? I don't know. That's for later me to answer. Mm-hmm. So now that's done. And now we bind. Now we bind the bones. So basically that is hoping that it won't distort those folds a lot. Calculate. This looks roughly good. Did I add the physics on yet? Yes, I did. Okay. That's not what I want. I don't want to select the images. I want to select the bones. The bones, I say. It's doing something. It's not what I wanted to do. But I do know how to make it do what I wanted to do, but that is very silly. I probably should have done these um, as lines. What, doing this? Hmm. I think I actually need these not to be the parents of that. Actually, what are you the child of? You're the what? Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Hold on, we're trying something. It does look more right for what I'm going for. Yeah, no, the problem is that it's still like... This looks weird. How do I do this? I do this for hair all the time. Fact of the matter is that it's still a bone. But the weird thing to me is that it's not trying to be underneath it, which I guess I turned off the gravity. Okay, you know what? We're gonna delete these two guys. Then we're gonna try to do it how I do hair. Okay. New physics constraint. We are now back in the eerie silence void. Split. No. Split, Mr. Fibonacci. I select them both, please? Split, Mr. Fibonacci. New physics constraint. That's looking swingy. My tortilla. Tortilla will give me power. Is it because this is in... Hold up. It might have been because that... No, it was... It wasn't in a low enough bone for it to be with by that. This one? Where's my... It was in a low enough one. Okay. I don't want to be an anime mode. I want to be in setup. That might have been why it was being weird. No, they aren't acting properly because they have no... Why aren't you acting properly? Why aren't you bound to the thing? Bones. You are bound to the thing, you just aren't. Are you? Why is this bound? It's not bound. I'm so confused. Auto. No. Okay, we're gonna go back to... No, I need you still split. Why am I in animate mode? Where are my bones? You know what, since we're at this point, we're gonna go back to what we initially did. I think I figured out what was wrong with it. Excellent. It's either this... Okay. What about if we did... 121 in... What color are you? In the hand. There we go! Kind of. Love it when that happens. It's still rotating, which isn't what I want. Because, why is it rotating? Because the base of it does need to rotate. What I'm wanting is for this to try to be... I need to put this as a child of this. Let's try that. Hey buddy, why are you still causing problems? I mean, it looks neat, but that's not what I'm I want it to be like over here. Like trying to be straight down. Which I think is a physics setting. Exactly. You know what, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna figure out which setting it is. So gravity just drops it. Is it because I do need it to be a line, but I need to be a line off of here? Let's leave these two. I don't know if I actually need to delete those two. My favorite Pokemon is Eevee. Riolu is a close second. So this goes... The fact that it's rotating is confusing me. Strength is how much it tries to hold on to its initial spot with it moving. Hell yeah, Sneasel's good. Do you like the... I guess it's not new anymore, but as a Gen 4 girly, it's new to me. The, like, new Sneasel evolution Sneasler? Or is it like a regional form? I think it's regional form. This just fully isn't working how I'm expecting it to. Hell yeah. Why is there an error? Hell yeah. There are some regional variants that I'm not the biggest fan of. But I think that one's pretty nice. That one and Ursaluna. Oh, they took that away? That's kind of lame. Do they still do gender differences in Pokemon? Delete. Is this kind of what I'm looking for? I really should do this on the other side because this one has more cloak view. You select it. If this has taught me anything, it's that I need to get back into doing more, like, spine. More spine stuff, because I'm getting rusty. Okay, let's bind this onto the... the cloak. Bind. That's closer. I don't even have the physics on, right? It's just gonna be weird because it's gonna like bunch up at the back. Yeah, this just needs to have much less strength. There we go. Maybe a little bit stronger gravity. Yeah, the gravity isn't stretching at this time, which is good. There we go. Now we need to put it back, that way we can do it on the other side too. Including removing all of the physics stuff that we set up. Fine. Auto. Okay. We can take these guys. Not that. These guys. These guys, I say. Fine. Physics constraint. Okay. Now we take these guys. Add some gravity. Lower the strength. Okay, it's turning it out. Because it's trying to bring it to a point. I want these two to be like pulled towards each other a little bit. Oh! Thank you for the follow.
Underscore Sama 11.
What happened there? The voice thing just went absolutely crazy. So I almost... Okay, maybe it... We're gonna figure out how to do this. Stream ends when I figure out how to do this cloak. Yes, I would like to actually delete all 3 of the bones. But you know, if you can only do one at a time, I understand. Okay, have a nice day. Basically what I need to do is to make this just work? I didn't actually finish binding it. Okay. Can I bind this to a path? No. But I can put bones on a path. Ew, I need to trim your nails. She's like, I don't like this. Path, path, path. Need to get a bunch of bones. Where are you all targets? There's a way how to do this. Where are these bones? Okay, new path constraint. Where are you? New path constraint. The path. Yes. Where are the bones? Sounds good. I'm gonna bind it to these bones. Bind. Auto. to see if this works. Still moves a little bit, but not a ton. It gets like all scrungled when it gets moved back. Now can we add physics to these bones? Want there to be physics? Because it's too locked into it's too locked in. Okay. So how do we add physics back in? So you have the bone position. But you can't use physics because you are already locked. Well, if instead of this being locked onto those, what I need is... How the fuck do you do this? I can do capes easy. What if we do... It's my path. Are you actually impacting the... No. Are you? Yes. Why isn't it doing anything? confusing to me. Okay, what happens if we... My brain might be out. If you give an IK bone... Physics. Nothing. Okay. I think it's just that constraints can't stack, or you have to do them very creatively. I think that I might actually have to give up, at least for today. I think my brain is just tired. We put this in by... We save this for a later date? I've already streamed about 2 hours over my usual time. Makes sense that I'm tired. But doing more spine would probably be good. Maybe. You think so? But thank you guys for joining me today. We did art summary. Via also really wants to touch it. We did an art summary. We worked on slicing Francesco. It didn't work well, or it was very complicated. So then we sliced up Dusk, and then we started animating, and we got stuck on the cloak. But that may be a later time solution. Thank you for joining me. Reminder: I stream every 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. CST on weekends. If you want to join me again, on Saturdays we do art classes. We're doing been going through an anatomy class. Next time, I think we're working on arms. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I will see you then.